Hello, my name is Joel Kim. In this video, I'm going to be analyzing a battle between two very famous b-boys in the North American Cypher, and this is like the final battle between two very renowned b-boys, Bboy Mace and Bboy Hijack. I personally have been breakdancing and compete in a lot of battles and jams representing UMD. In this video, I want to kind of look at two different very contrasting styles and talk a little bit about whether we consider breakdancing a sport or an art, a topic that's been brought up a lot, especially as breakdancing has been making it, especially since breakdancing has made it to the Paris 2024 Olympics. Breakdancing originally originated as an art form in the Bronx, but having more battles and competitive events has made breakdancing be viewed more as a sport recently. So I just kind of want to talk about different judging criteria. Can battles even be judged? Can something like breakdancing, which some people consider an art form, even be judged? So really quickly, if you don't know what a breakdancing battle is, it's going to be a 1v1 battle, and they're both of the b-boys are going to throw 3 sets since this is the final battle. And all of it is going to be freestyled, and each b-boy has a distinct style, and I think it'll be really interesting to watch. So let's start the video. So this first b-boy is Bboy. So the b-boy that is going out first is Bboy Mace, and he is more of a power head. So he has a lot more powerful moves and moves that require a lot more athletic ability and have a higher level of difficulty. Alright, so that was the first set by Mace, and you can kind of see like a lot of his moves require a lot of athletic ability, and that's like one of the arguments for breakdancing being a sport is breakdancing contains a lot of athletic elements. A lot of these dancers train like actual professional athletes, and obviously breakdancing is going to be in the Paris 2024 Olympics, so those are some very good arguments of why people consider breakdancing to be a sport. Like the moves that he threw, a lot of them are like the highest level moves that you can get to. He threw air flares, which is like the hardest basic power move to throw. And he threw tombstones, which is like the hardest variation of a different ground power move. And so it's just like a very strong set to start things out. And he's also very musical, listening to the music and trying to hit different beats. All right, let's watch Hijack. Alright, so that's Hijack's first set. Hijack is a b-boy from Hawaii and is known a lot for his style. There was that one move that he did where he was on both hands, and it's a slightly easier move than the one that the moves that Mace was throwing, but he was a lot more musical, and although he executed an easier move, he did it with a lot better form, and he got a lot of rotations, which is like really hard to do. So you can kind of see the contrasting styles between the two b-boys. Let's look at the next. Alright, so that was Mace's second set. As you can see, there's like a very high level of moves being thrown, very difficult, and moves that require a lot of bodily coordination and skill. So it's really hard to tell, like, okay, what are we gonna weigh more in a breakdancing battle? If you're a judge, do you weigh athletic ability and difficulty of moves, or are you going to try to weigh more musicality, creativity, originality, and those types of things? So it's like a really hard thing to balance, and it's really hard to come up with an exact rubric for, which is one of the issues that people are pointing towards the Olympics and saying whether that can be achieved, making a certain rubric and goal. Anyways, we'll watch Hijack second set. All right, that was Hijack's second set. So Hijack had a lot more easier difficulty moves. However, he had a lot more musicality, and he was throwing a lot of original footwork. And that was something that I feel like Mace's second set kind of lacked. He threw a lot of different power moves, but he didn't throw as much footwork, top rock. He didn't really dance to the music as much. And so again, it's like hard to judge these types of battles because you have on one side you have someone that's like really almost like an athlete, and on the other side you have someone that's more of an artist. So let's watch the third set. Alright, so that's Mace's third set. He threw a lot more footwork, but he seemed to kind of gas out a little bit. He seemed a little bit slower, and his set was a little bit short. So let's see what Hijack's response is. Alright, so that was kind of the end of the battle, and it was like really interesting to see. So in Hijack's last set, you could see at the start he was like pretending to play the saxophone, he was dancing more, he had a lot more character and stage presence. But when he was executing his moves, he crashed a little bit, meaning that he didn't complete one of his moves. He repeated a move, and Mace was showing a hand sign that was saying that, like Hijack was repeating moves that he already used in earlier battles. And so again, it's like super hard to judge, right? Because in the end, Mace like executed all of his moves at a decent level and never crashed on anything. Hijack was dancing more, he had more character. And again, it was like really almost as if you're watching an athlete versus an artist. And it's really hard to come up with criteria that can encapsulate all of the different aspects of breakdancing and all of the different things that breakers can do in their sets. So who do you think won? I'm about to play the results and the judging for this battle. So let's see who won.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So in the end, Hijack won this battle, and again, it was super hard to judge. If you saw, even Hijack himself was a little bit surprised that he won, and Mace obviously looked pretty sad. But I really just want to take this time to kind of talk and open up the conversation of, is breakdancing a sport or art? Can something like this really be judged? And if it can be judged, can we really kind of condense it into a certain criteria? Can we really make different categories and allocate points to these categories? How will that change breakdancing in general? I just really want to open up the conversation to see what everyone thinks. I thought this was a really cool battle, and I think both performers did great. So just let me know of your guys' opinions in the comments down below. Do you think breakdancing is a sport? Is it an art? Do you think Hijack won this battle? Do you think Mace won this battle? What do you think are the key elements of breaking? And is it a sport or an art? If it's a sport, how can we evaluate who a winner and a loser is? Is there a certain criteria or rule book that we can come up with? So that's just what I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you if I make any future videos. Thank you. Bye.